Welcome to Relics Radio, your favorite weekly podcast dedicated to the metal detecting and treasure hunting community. Here are your hosts, Ken from Adventures in Dirt and Tony from 5280 Adventures.
Hey everyone, welcome to Relics Radio. DK here from Adventures in Dirt. Welcoming you to another Wednesday night here at Relics Radio. Glad to see all you rolling in the chat. Sorry, we're getting a couple of minutes late here. Tony and I had a lot of stuff to go over, but let me bring them in. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. How are you, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing real good.
Yeah. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too.
I see you're out. You made it out to the woods. I see there behind you. So I'm sure it sounds like your knee's doing better, huh?
I got to keep it down. Don't want to attract Bigfoots and all that stuff.
I believe the plural is big feets.
Big feet.
Yes.
Oh man. You know what these woods are perfect for though?
What's that?
Yodeling. My gosh, man. I love to yodel in these woods. Matter of fact, just thinking about it, I won't let it out here on this show yet, but hopefully Bree and I will be doing a duet pretty soon because I heard she's an amazing yodeler too.
We've got a position to fill on the podcast here, and we're taking applicants for a yodeler.
Yes.
If you guys know any yodelers, you know, maybe send us some messages. Let us know who the best yodeler is that you know. Right.
It would be advantageous. I mean, we're already getting applicants, right? Like this guy sent us the things like, hey dude, add me. You gotta get me in there. Listen. Yeah, I love it. I love the way
it wasn't. There was a couple notes he was a little flat on, but it was a strong effort.
Yeah, no, I liked his inflection between the highs and the lows, and he did triple his thing. I think his tongue. He just needs to warm up a little bit, but
yeah,
we'll see. We took his application. We'll see how that goes. But how's your week been, man? I saw you did some detecting recently.
I've been busy, dude. We're going to talk about it later, but man, I was busy. After the podcast last week, I ended up going on a nice little trip. I got back Sunday, and I was telling you before the podcast and stuff, you plan on having like a full week and then a weekend to just kind of get everything all together, and then out of the blue, it was like, oh, hey, you're going to be gone for 4 days. So everything I had to do within a week was like scrunched down. And then after the fact, everything was scrunched down to even just 1 day. So it was good though. It was well worth it. And if you guys are follow me over on Facebook or Instagram, I've been posting a lot of stuff about some finds that we had, some different experiences, things that we found out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. So it was a good time for sure. And we'll talk more about it. I've got some pictures to share and all that kind of stuff. So it was a good time though. We need to get you out is what the whole weekend. It's all we kept saying. Oh man, Ken, we got to get Ken over here to this spot right here. He's going to kill it with this Deus.
Yeah.
We need to get Ken out here. That's what Hole in the Pocket kept telling me.
Well, that's cool. That's cool, man. Cool of him. You guys both be thinking about that.
Yeah.
It looked like a great time. Like I was just like, it looked like you guys were just like in the middle of nowhere, man. And like, I know you guys were all set up. You had the camper out there and stuff. Like, it just looked like a great trip.
I'm not exaggerating. It took an hour just to get into where we were detecting. And that was on one ranch.
Wow.
It was literally 25,000 acres of one singular permission, 25,000 acres, and just an endless amount of homestead sites. I posted a picture of one that we didn't even know about. He didn't know about. We came up through this little we were off road, and we came up through these trees, and we're driving, and Chaz in the back goes, "Oh, stop real quick. I think I saw some glass." And you find glass out in the middle of nowhere, you got to stop and look. So he gets out, and it's the bottom. It's about a piece of glass about that big. It's from a jug. And he turns around, and there's a dugout right there. still has the logs over the top of it. And we search for another spot and it's got a well right there. It's like, oh my gosh, man, had no idea that was right there. So
right. So cool.
incredible.
I saw the pictures of that and I was like, oh
yeah,
man.
so cool. so cool.
Yeah, I'm close, man. I think I'm getting close. So I'm going, fully released back to work next week and driving and doing all that stuff. And it's still swollen stuff, but everything, I'm walking around and moving it as much as they want me to move it. And it's doing real well. It's doing real well.
Good.
I'm not the only one with knee stuff going on though, man.
I heard
this knee stuff going on.
Yeah. I would think it was Monday over on American Digger Magazine's Relic Roundup podcast. They had James Huntley on, which we're going to talk about soon as well. But he was on there, and I saw in the chat David Rose was. I'm pretty sure it was Monday. David Rose was in the chat. And he said something about tearing his meniscus or meant for that. So I know I saw him in the live stream here, the live chat, and we just wanted to make sure that we let him know that take it easy, make sure that you get healed up, because we all need you to get back out there and start finding some good stuff. Ken can relate, obviously, and I'm stumbling around on 2 bad knees, so we're like the bad knee crew over here.
Right, bad knees bears.
Ooh, that's a good one.
See that, the bad knees bears. I'm gonna make the shirt.
I love it.
Dave, good luck, man.
Dave,
heal up. See what they can do about it. I know that was mine. Mine was a torn meniscus, and they could have repaired it, and then they could have done like injections and stuff. And he just said, I had a really bad, the place where it was ripped on mine was really, really bad. And he just said, because of the arthritis I have and stuff, he would advise to go in the full replacement. So we chose to go that route, but I could have had it repaired.
Yeah.
It was just sort of the aftercare that was the big decision, like being laid up versus getting you right up on your knee and getting going again and stuff. But
they repaired both of mine were torn as well. So they repaired.
You had the repair, right?
Yeah, I went for the repair, but they had said the arthritis was so bad I'm going to need replacements, and I think it's been 7 years since I've had that done. And man, they were right. They were dead on. So, but it looks like Dave says, bless you, mate. But then next thing he said was canceled my Germany trip too. So that really sucks. That's something he lives for, man.
I know. Sorry, buddy.
We live for it too. We have to live vicariously through his trip back to
Dave
Germany.
Thinks only he takes a trip to Germany. No.
I know.
He takes us all on the road with him, man, because we get to hear all about it and the photos,
all those shorts that he puts out, and then all the pictures with all the then the research and then the dates, and then he comes back and gives stuff away. I mean, we're all missing that Germany trip for you too, buddy.
That's right. Yeah. No, get better, man. You'll get better. Knees heal quick, and you'll definitely get back out there again. Charlie Harley, part of the quarter order crew, and he had his knees replaced. He had one of his knees replaced just recently. I know that. I think on our last show when we had on. It's so hard to watch the chat, right?
It's tough.
And we try our best, and I think Tony does a much better job of it than I do. But I saw real quick that he had mentioned he was going to have knee replacement sometime this week, and that was last week when he mentioned it. So I ended up giving him a call and talked to him about it, and found out all about it, and kind of wished him well, and it was coming up, and so he's now had it done, and he is on the mend. Okay. And last thing I heard was he's doing well. I'm on a kind of a little chat with some people that care about him, and we wish him well, man. All the best. So Charlie, if you're watching, man, just keep doing what they're asking you to do. Keep doing that physical therapy. Keep doing the exercises, and you'll just get better and better and better and better. And you'll be right there.
You're like 2-3 weeks?
Yeah, 3 weeks to. Yesterday. 3 weeks yesterday.
Yeah. So Charlie, listen to Ken. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's different. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Even if you don't get there, like when I got there, don't. That's the biggest advice I'd give you is you're going to watch a bunch of videos and stuff, and just don't compare other people's progress with your own. Just know to keep doing
Sure.
what they're asking you to do, and really do those exercises, because you really got to strengthen those muscles around the knee, and it'll help you a lot. So, and it sounds like he's got a great support system around him, and
Yeah.
tons of care around him. So I'm sure he'll do
Right.
just fine. Yeah.
Right.
But both you guys, David and Charlie, you guys, man. And
Yeah,
anybody
it's going
else out
on.
there in the chat and listening to us on audio or watching our shows lately, I've had a lot of people comment, "Hey man, had mine done, a year ago. Hey, getting mine done." So thank
Right.
you all that have been reaching out with comments and concern and advice and tips and stuff. It's been great, but got to take care of them knees, man.
Yep.
Especially in our
That's
hobby,
true.
got to take care of them knees.
I know, and I think that's what I'm most worried about is getting the up and down, and kneeling down on them. We're pretty rough on them.
Yeah,
A lot of walking up and down hills.
Yeah, I fully admit like that, I did some real bad practices as part of probably exasperated things, but it'd be like, I always wear knee pads, right? I'm always wearing knee pads because I do go down on my knees to kind of do some digging. I will kind of straddle and kind of bend over and go for most targets, but when I'm really interested in being careful and going down, I go down on a knee. And it's because of my weight at the time and stuff. It's just kind of the way the body functions. I'd always fall that last 3 inches. You know what I mean? Instead of placing one knee down and then bringing the other knee down, I'd go down and I'd go to put that first knee down, and it would sort of fall about the last 3 inches. And that's a lot of weight landing down that knee. So I'm sure I didn't help things along doing that.
Well, you live and learn. Now you got a brand new Ferrari in the garage there, so
now I'm going to be jumping and just landing on my knees.
Really? We're actually, you know what? Stay tuned. If you guys are listening right now live with us, stay tuned. We're actually going to visit Ken's knee pretty soon here. We got a fun little segment we're doing with his knee. So
hey, you won't want to miss that. Believe me.
Let's check out the live chat, and then we've got a couple more announcements before we really start talking into stuff.
Right.
So
sounds good.
We'll try to get to everybody here, but Lurker Troy came in early. He says hi. Copper Joe says hey. Tony, Ken, and Bill Hayes. It's good to see you, Joe. Thanks for coming on. North Shore Relic. Hey, Ken and Tony.
North Shore Relic. Hey, man. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Hey, Jason says good evening. I think I don't know if it was last week or the week before after the show. Jason texted me, says, "Hey, that red shirt you had on, man, that looked good."
There you go.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. More about that later.
Excellent. Well,
we got Buried Treasure 116. Hope the knee's getting better and you're back to I think it's supposed to say hunting soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're not back to hurting soon.
I better watch it. I might.
Detector, happy Wednesday. Good to have you on there, Detector. Hey, look who's here.
Hey, Teresa the treasure hunter. I was just talking about you off camera. Yeah. Don't worry, it was nice. It was pleasant.
Well,
yeah,
is there anything else to say about her? She's incredible. I had seen later on in the chat here that she's down in Louisiana right now with her mom. So hopefully everything's well with her mom. Always thinking about you.
Good deal.
Norm Peterson, good evening, everybody.
Hello, Norm.
Hello, Mr. Craig Thompson, Brush Popper.
What's
up, Craig? Everyone. Bob Rose, good evening.
Yep.
Hey, look at this. Relic Jedi. Hola, all.
Ooh, we were just
I didn't know he was
too.
German. No, yeah, actually, I mentioned Relic Jedi. I saw that you pulled an incredible button. I think I just saw that today. I don't know when you pulled it, but man, like a gold infantry button. That was beautiful. Yeah. So congrats to you, Relic Jedi. That was a good looking button there.
Yeah. What's up, Bells?
Got the bells on.
Perfect. Good to see everybody.
Bucket mouth. What's up, everybody?
Man, what's up?
Nice. Thanks for coming on, sharing some time with us. Appreciate it.
He's
Arkansas
like
Relic.
Bucket head was taken, so I decided to go bucket mouth.
Yeah, one bucket mouth. Arkansas Relics, good afternoon.
Good to see you.
Peter Leray. Hey, you guys.
Hey, guys. What's up, Peter? What's up, Pete?
Old 41 Relics.
Oh, cool.
Let's see. Metal Detectorist. I tell you what, guys, I know last week we had a pretty positive show.
That was
did a
an
big
amazing
giveaway with
Yeah.
the legend too.
Yeah.
But it wasn't all for nothing. We had an incredible guest as well. Metal
Yeah.
Detectorist was with us. So if you guys want to go back and listen to that, you're not eligible to win the legend too, unfortunately. But it was fun to talk to Bree and learn all about her and things like that. So
Yeah, we had a really good time.
Yeah,
Even leading
go
up
back
to the show, you know what I mean? Talking with her and kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
getting to know her a little bit before the show. Wait, like the whole week
Exactly.
before. It was a lot of fun. You know, next night, Jason did a live stream over at Quarter
Yep.
Order. And man, the first part of his show, all he did was talk about our show and how cool it was and that we were on fire. He said, we
It was a
were,
good
man.
show. It was really a good show. So go back and watch that, listen to it again, wherever you can pick up your audio podcast, as well as the video podcast on 5280 Adventures right here, man.
That's it.
How about Larry? Cheers,
Hello,
fellas.
Larry, good to see you.
Larry. Gene P. I think we're
Gene P.
probably getting back close to the end. Oh, I did see this one.
Grandma's Baroque.
That's right.
We got to throw that in there, right?
Yep.
All right.
Oh, well, look at
Let's
this.
get back
One
up
more.
to live-
Look at this.
Okay. Future Bleeps.
All the way from Little
Holy
England.
cow. Always
How's it
got to
going,
have
buddy?
mad props to people that are across the pond when we
Yep.
go live, because it's, 2 o'clock in the morning there?
Yep.
3 o'clock in the morning?
Someday, you watch. Someday we're going to get over there and meet Mr. Future Bleeps. I know
That's
I
right.
talked a lot with Dave and Tim and them. And yeah, man, would love to meet up with you sometime over there. Maybe on our next trip or something. It'd be great. Pick a day away from our travels and
We should do that.
Day. Yeah, Spencer.
Absolutely.
Good to see you, Spencer. Thanks for showing up all the way from England. No, it's late over there, so thanks for showing up.
Yep. One more over here too. We've got Rocky Fry.
Rocky Fry, huh? All right.
Nice.
Cool. What's up, Rocky?
Thanks for having you on. And then nice little segue here.
Oh, look at this.
How about Davey Crockett? Says, oh yeah.
Like it was planned or something. What's up, Davey?
Davey, thanks for coming on, buddy, and supporting us over here. I actually detected with Davey over the weekend. So,
Oh, you were out with him? Okay.
He's
excellent.
actually visiting right now over from our Facebook. We're streaming over to Facebook tonight.
Oh, are you?
So,
Okay, cool.
Yeah. We tried. I figured we'd try and split it up a little bit and see what we got over there too.
Yeah, very cool.
So, let's dig into this real quick. A couple announcements.
Yeah. Let's do it.
We're gonna go with. Hold on here. What happened to my computer?
Kick it.
Oh, there we go. Give me 1 second. I'm pulling this up. We want to mention a couple hunts that are coming up here. May 2nd through the 3rd over in Russellville, Arkansas. James Huntley and the Ozarks boys are putting on an incredible hunt called the Silver Horde 2. The legend continues. Now, they were just over, like I'd mentioned earlier, they were on American Digger on Monday promoting this hunt. And I tell you, the stuff that they're giving away at this hunt is absolutely incredible. 13,000 silver coins.
Yep.
300
$60,000
prizes.
in silver. Yeah.
28 metal detectors. Oh, that was last year. That says last year.
No. Gotcha.
But it's going to be pretty incredible. Everything that I heard was the silver, they did not back off on the silver, even though the cost is high, and they are putting a lot of stuff into the ground. So hopefully, you guys are going to be heading that direction starting next week. I know Davey is.
Yeah.
And there's still time to get signed up for that hunt and make it down there to Russellville, Arkansas. So reach out to James Huntley or the Ozarks. Have they got a Facebook page, Ozarks?
I think you can just Google it, or the best way is just reach out to James Huntley or go over to the Seated Hunts, or Seated Hunt Reviews page. But you just do a search for Ozark Silver Horde, you'll be able to find it. Now, we got some good friends of ours down south. You mentioned Davey, and then we got Tom down there and Chaz. They love silver.
Yes.
And they absolutely exclaim that this hunt is the #1 top silver hunt of all of them out there. This is the one. If you like to find silver and you want to find tons of silver, that this is the place to go. If you want to just pull tons of silver in a great hunt with good people, that this is the place to go. So definitely recommending you to go check that out if you want to go to a great hunt.
Yep, absolutely. And like I said, they're still taking entries. So
When are we going?
after the show.
Trailers gassed up. We're on our way.
Yep. Actually, Davey says he's heading out on Thursday with Pops. So senior and junior Davies are heading down there. They're real excited to head down there. They went last year and incredible. Nothing but positive things.
Yeah.
About the hunt, but also about James Huntley. So
look at Dave says those guys were running the hunter amazing. He said all the silver will be less than 2 inches deep this year. That way someone with the cheapest metal detector can still participate. And that's a class act. You know what I mean? Because you and I've run hunts before. We've run the Rush to the Rockies hunts around here, and we always talk about that. The number one goal is you want people to find every single thing you put out there.
Yeah.
You don't want to put stuff out there. And walk away and have their stuff be missed in the field. You want people to find that stuff. So not burying it so deep is definitely the way to go.
That's good. That's good. And I know that I sent some Republic displays down there as well.
Oh, did you? So, did you contribute some for giveaways?
I sent 4 over to James. Yep. Actually, I sent 4 tokens down there. So if you guys are at the hunt and you find a token, actually, they kind of look like this.
Oh, there you go.
And they got a QR code on the back. But they're going to plant those for the hunts, 1 for each hunt, and if you find that, you win a Republic display for free. So
how cool is that?
Sent those down there, and he should have gotten them, I think, yesterday or today.
Very cool. That'll be fun. People find those and be like, "What is that?" You know what I mean? And then you got the QR code on there. That's really cool.
Yeah. Thank you. All right, next hunt. This one's a good one too. Detecting the Heartland. Their spring hunt. Yeah.
In Waverly, Iowa, right?
Yep. Waverly, Iowa. That's May 15th or 16th. I don't have the promotional literature on this one, but May 15th and 16th, you guys can head over to Detecting the Heartland Facebook page and get more information on that. 15th and 16th. I do know that there was some question about KG and Ringy showing up. They were kind of in limbo on that, and about 2 weeks they were able to work out some details, and they are going to be there. So
they are going to be there. Okay, cool.
Another great hunt. People just talk about what they put on out there in Iowa is insane.
We get a lot of people from our club that go to that hunt, don't they?
We do.
Isn't there a huge group that goes?
It's not like way far East Coast. It's kind of still out in our neck of the woods a little bit. So
yeah, that's another one.
Oh, look at this.
What's that?
We're streaming at the same time as Beyond Sight and Sound, and actually Casey is on there right now. Casey's the person that puts on Detecting the Heartland.
Gotcha.
So he's over there on up there right now.
Yep. Excellent. Cool. Well, yeah, you guys could follow up there. I'm sure you have information over there. Casey, you reached out to Casey, didn't you? He was going to send you something back on it. Yeah. So we'll keep you in the loop too here at Relics Radio. We'll keep you in the loop as far as how to get back on that one.
Yep. And there's going to be some Republic displays over there too.
Oh, you sent some over to that hunt?
Yep. Casey, that's why we talked today. So yep, he got 4 of them as well.
Yeah. Cool.
I've been sending them out to each of these hunts, 1 for each hunt, and just thought it was a great way to get people exposed to this new endeavor that I've taken on. So hopefully people enjoy it and like it.
Yeah, you're doing a great job with it. I know we had Bree on. She had 4 of them, and she was showcasing some of them. They were great. The dragon one you made for her was really cool. Check this out from Bucket Mouth. Says that new detectorist here running the Nocta Legend 2. Excellent machine.
Yeah.
He enjoyed Bree interview, and I caught that show earlier today. And so he's stoked to be learning this craft, and welcome to the community, bud.
Awesome. Happy to have you on here. Yep. Hopefully you'll get something from this and join us every week. And really what we try to do on Relics Radio is it's about the community and teaching and learning and experiences and helping out and promoting and kind of all those different things. So you're in the right spot to learn it right at the beginning here. We appreciate you coming on and being with us and stuff. So
awesome, man.
Let's talk about this real quick.
Okay.
We've got one more announcement. Let me get to that one. If you guys are in the Michigan area,
Yeah.
June 28th, how about the annual seated hunt of the West Michigan Detector Club? Only $30 for you to get in there and join. So, and
Free
they have a free
lunch.
lunch.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Cool.
drawing for a new detector, a 50-50 drawing.
Oh, John Dudley.
So,
okay.
yeah, John's putting that on over there in Benton Harbor, Michigan.
Sweet. Wonder where that's at. Where on?
Yeah, I don't know. They're just damn lucky I even said the M word. Normally, I'm not allowed to say that.
You're gonna
Don't
get a
tell
call from your
anybody.
dad later. He's gonna be scolding.
I know. Hopefully, he's not listening. I'll have to do my my Hail Marys after the show tonight. My 12 Hail Marys.
And a couple
Blasphemy.
A's.
Yeah, a couple OHs in there, and God bless Woody Hayes, and I'll be okay.
I used to spend time in Michigan when I was married previously, and I was never into metal detecting back then. So I always wished now that I was, so that I could have went out and explored some of those areas. You got quite the gamut there. You got like the lakefront areas, and you get you can get fur trade even in the upper parts of that, the UP and stuff. And another cool state that has got a lot of different variances of what you can go after. So
we've been talking with a lot of people up in that area recently, with the last couple of years at least. Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, and don't sleep on those areas. There's some really, really good stuff up there too. So
yeah, very cool. So how's everyone doing? You gotta let us know in the chat. Like, what have you been finding? You guys get out and find some things. We gotta definitely want to find out what you've been out there finding. And
yeah, the weather's probably pretty good all over the place. That people are really going to start getting out. So yeah, let us know what you guys have been doing and finding, and all that kind of good stuff too. Love to hear about all that.
Yeah.
We want a quick thank you though.
Yeah.
I know we kind of touched on it. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. It's it's amazing.
So
last week we had Bree on with Metal Detectorist. We talked about that earlier. And during the show, Nokta had graciously offered to give away a metal detector, one of their brand new Legend 2 metal detectors on the show. Yeah, $1,000 machine. And they just said, Nokta just said, here you go. Give it away to one of the lucky viewers. So we did that. It was a lot of fun, and for Bree to give up her time and come spend the evening with us, and then also bring this Legend 2 from Nokta with her to kind of give away. Absolutely amazing of Nokta to volunteer that out and be willing to give that away to support our community, and for Bree to come and spend time with us and kind of talk to us a lot about Nokta, but also her adventure and her journey out there in the hobby. It was really fascinating, really fun to learn about. So we just can't thank Bree and Nokta enough for supporting our show, which helps support the community. Relics Radio has been on for 9 years, and the only reason we do this is to try to bring some connectivity to the community, because we all go out there and do this crazy hobby, right? And then for the manufacturers to see that, like Nokta, and step up and say, hey, we want to support you guys that are supporting them. Let's go ahead and give one of our brand new machines away.
Amazing.
Yeah, absolutely amazing.
And speaking of giving away the Legend, if you guys didn't join us last week, we actually had learned a lot. I'll just say that. Learned a lot about a person that was the person that was lucky enough to win the Legend. And we don't want to share the entire story, but can paraphrase a little bit about that story real quick, and just kind of tell you and really show you what we're all about here at Relics Radio.
Yeah. So so I communicated with the winner from last week's that won the metal detector. And, we're a bunch of us here metal detecting. Some of us are beginners, some have been doing it for a long time. And we had how many people? Like 300 people entering to win that metal detector. And anybody could have won it. It was absolutely great. It was completely random. But I will tell you that the right person won that machine.
Yep.
Yeah. The absolute right person won that machine. Now, what we didn't know in the background was going on is there's another sort of community out there. They're not necessarily metal detectorists, but they're treasure hunters. I belong to that community. I've been a searcher of the Forest Fen treasure for years when it was going on. I'm now a searcher for John's hunt and also Justin Posey's hunt, trying to decipher these clues to go find these actual real treasure chests. And there's a whole community wrapped around that whole hobby as well, treasure hunting.
Mm-hmm.
And lately, Nokta has really gone through great lengths of trying to converge these two communities together. So they recently had this big Searcher Summit convention, and Nokta went there and was giving away metal detectors and doing a bunch of stuff, and had started sharing live streams and had live streams, had them come on Jason's show, and kind of a lot of crossbreeding of audiences. And it was a lot of fun. And what happened is last week during our show, or just before our show, Mark from Nokta went over there and started posting about the fact that we were doing our live stream and they're going to give away one of his metal detectors on. And so they all decided to stream bomb our stream. They all came over from
raid. We got the raid from over there.
We got raided from over there. So all these treasure hunters started showing up in the chat. And it was one of those treasure hunters that won the Nokta Legend 2.
Yeah.
And in communicating with her through chat, I found out a lot of things, just kind of her story and stuff. And I won't go into great detail, but basically the gist of it is her father's a detectorist. She isn't. And this detector is going to give her opportunity to go spend a lot more time with her father doing this hobby. She's been saving up for one just for that purpose. And so really touched me. I think I sent it out to Bree. I sent it to Mark. I sent it to Tony. It really touched me that it made me feel like it really went to the right person, because it's going to mean more to her than finding a bunch of trinkets and relics. It's going to mean she gets to spend more time with her father. And so Nokta, Relics Radio, the greater community, all of us coming together, doing what we love, provided that for her. You know what I mean? Provided the avenue that, everything fell into place for her, but still it was a really cool story. And I wish her a ton of luck. And I told her to stay in touch. I hope that she does and kind of sends me.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Detecting together and stuff. It'd be cool. Yeah. Yeah, really cool. So
lots of positive comments out here too. And Andrew or Andrex, a great reason to win, of course. Yeah. Gary Hulls, what a cool story.
Yeah.
Patty and Dirklod, awesome story. All those, again, positive. The community is incredible.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure everybody there that's making that comment, they all had the opportunity to win it too.
Sure.
But we're all happy that the winner did come up with, on the positive end with that.
We would have been totally happy if somebody won it that this was their 18th metal detector. You know what I mean? And they're like, yeah, good. It's the latest and greatest one. Cool. I've been wanting to try that one, and that would have been just great. I mean, that's why Nokta's here supporting the community, because they want people to try their products. But the fact that it ended in the hands of this gal that came over from this other community with the story. And it was just really great thing to kind of talk with her about. I learned all about her dad and stuff. Like, she went into some details. It was really, really
That's
great.
So, incredible.
Yeah.
It's meant to be. That's awesome.
Speaking of going out and detecting though, man, tell me about your trip. Like, we touched on it earlier, but tell me about this trip. Like, you were in kind of an area you and I have been wanting to get into for a long, long time.
Yeah. We're in a unique position out here in Colorado. We don't have the age of, say, like back east, and I know we've told this story multiple times about you and I when we started, exact same time we met each other, and our passion was exactly the same. And we kept saying the same thing, man, we're never going to find this, or could you imagine being in Vermont and finding those types of things? And it was a little bit of time, but then all of a sudden you and I both, we've told a story, but the reason why, but we got into this and go, oh my gosh, like, we have a unique spot out here in Colorado, something to where everybody moving west and, crossed over this land. We had the Indian Wars out here before the Civil War. We had all the conflicts out west here. And so we're in such a unique position in an area that really kind of helped expand the United States. So we have things here that nobody else has. I mean, we've talked to people up back east who are like, wow, I'd love to be able to find something, from the Indian Wars or, the different situations or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but you and I have talked a lot about detecting Southern Colorado because of the Spanish influence, early Spanish influence coming up.
Yeah.
And coming up and just touching kind of Southern Colorado. So I've made some contact and we've made some new friends from Colorado. And, it's always the same thing. Hey, you guys should come down. Hey, you guys should come up. Let's get together. Let's detect. Let's talk YouTube. Let's, all these different things. And kind of out of the blue, it just popped up to where it's like, hey, you want to come down and do some metal detecting, and maybe we'll even go try and kill some turkeys too, because it's pretty hot and heavy down there right now.
Sweet.
So yeah, I got the trailer all together, went down there, and we did not get a turkey, but we had an incredible time. I got put on some stuff. I know we had touched on it earlier, but I'll reiterate it again. And I don't know if Davey's still in the chat here over on Facebook, but he was one that I hunted. One of the people I hunted with. One permission is 25,000 acres. I mean, and it was just, we're driving on these literally dirt roads, and they're going, oh yeah, there's a site here. There's a site here. There used to be a school here, a stagecoach stop here. This is where we found, seated. We've pulled this over here. Then on this side of the road, that was on one side of the road. Then
Sounds
over
like
here,
England.
we've got the, oh my gosh, it was incredible. You're just, your head's on a swivel and just nonstop, which is what you want to do as a detectorist, man. Just have the opportunity to be in an older area, right? So, I spent 3.5 days down there, 4 days down there, and I had a really good time. The guys that I hunted with were absolutely phenomenal. Very, gosh, what's the word? They were just, they just willing to give me whatever. They're like, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Where do you want to see? What do you want?
Yeah.
We pulled this over here. Do you want to go over here? I'm like, you guys know the area, where do you want to go that you feel is going to be the best?
Yeah.
So
Very
it
generous.
was
very generous, man.
very generous, just nonstop. Homesteads and dugouts. And what was kind of funny was we haven't even had the opportunity. I pulled up, I'm very adamant about using Gaia. If you guys know that app, I have it on the phone. It's on the desktop too, but Ken, you use Gaia, right?
Sure.
Yeah. And just because the opportunity to pull up layers and be able to overlay historical maps on there just makes it an incredible app for research and all those different things. So they don't have
dropping pins, making notes,
pins, identifying things, marking,
routes, distances,
all that kind of stuff. So, it does a pretty decent job. Obviously nothing's 100% accurate, but it gets you in the right area, which is what you and I have done countless times.
Yeah.
We're on the dot. We've got to be in the area. It's got to be close here.
Yeah.
And that's what you want, is just kind of be in that area. So, so I pulled up Gaia, and they don't have Gaia. So I was looking at a 1900 map, and I was like, hey, have you guys been to this site? In fact, this one's identified as a ranch. And they're like, do you have a name to a ranch that we've never even seen and been to yet? And so we went out kind of looking for some new sites for them. And I felt like I was able to contribute a little bit, which is nice.
No, that's good. Yeah, no, that's good. I know, because sometimes you feel like that, right? Because in the chat, too, like, you get some good friends, and they graciously invite you out to some of their permissions, and you want to be totally respectful and stuff. And, you would do it for them if, if you had it to offer out. And then, you come out there and you're like, anything you can do to contribute, you're looking for that opportunity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was incredible. And I mean, just so much land. So much land out there. This was this will come up correctly here. This was like the first day that we went out there. This is our first site, and all of that, you can kind of see that grass.
Yeah.
Everywhere out there is very short grass. You're surrounded by sagebrush, but it was just it was easy swinging. You and I both know the value of having really good soil.
Yes.
The soil on little sandy soil, little loomy, fantastic on relics. I mean, you can't write a better script for preservation of relics.
Yeah, you can't.
No.
I mean, people, you and I both have experienced, people think that, somehow we're putting it on when some of these rocks we're pulling out of the ground, we're planting or something. But no, anybody that lives in Colorado or any soil conditions like that knows it preserves relics almost pristinely. It's really, really nice and gentle on those relics hundreds of years later.
Yep. And then just in general, if you're in an opportunity to pull something like this, you're in a good spot. You can't go wrong with finding that.
Look what Dave just put in. He said, yeah, I would have been looking for arrowheads, Tony.
Boom.
Boom.
Well, that was found, not by me, unfortunately. But talk about pristine and the colors. I don't know if this was made out of shale, but it was such a beautiful piece. It had kind of like, for lack of a better term, striations through it, different colored striations through it. And it was absolutely beautiful. Just to be able to you're just as happy for somebody else to find it just because you get to be a part of it as well. Yeah. So I was really excited to see that. Just a pristine arrowhead. Just really, really beautiful to be able to see that come out. So
yeah. And Tim, man, just asked you, any trade points recovered? Did you guys recover any trade points? And
we did not, but that would be something we were absolutely looking for. I know most of the areas that we were in were probably late mid to late 1800s. So it might be a little late for that, but we're definitely in an area that has the potential. Because we've said it before, any spot that was, good in the 1700s, 1800s is a great spot to be in the 18 and 1900s as well. That doesn't change when you're talking about settling and homesteading in an area. You're looking for water, right? I mean, water is so essential out there, especially in the desert down near the Santa Fe Trail.
Yeah.
If you're near water, you're in a good spot. So we did not come across anything like that, but we not for lack of trying, I can tell you.
Yeah. Got to get your coil over it.
Yeah.
Got to get your coil over it.
The first night when we were leaving, this was what we had seen. In addition to the large mountain that was being consumed by some storm clouds, had a nice pack of antelope run in front of me there. You can kind of see on the left-hand side there. So
yeah, cool.
Literally out in the middle of nowhere. That's what it was like for an hour in every direction around us.
But no turkey, huh?
No turkey. We saw everything but damn turkey. Elk, deer. I'm sitting there underneath a sagebrush tree. Camo, got my hood on. I've got decoys out there. I got my shotgun ready. And I'm have my mouth call in and making some calls. All of a sudden, about 250 yards over this ridge, some deer start to come over. And they end up coming down in front of this ridge that is off to my right. I saw 8 deer just kind of hanging out. They didn't wind me. I was sitting in a good spot, all the winds in my face, and they just kind of went about their business. But no damn turkey.
Shoot.
Saw coyotes. So beautiful out there. Washington is beautiful too, but this is just a whole different kind of beauty.
There's a great question. Because boy, you start finding those, you're
an old. Yeah, we did find one old horse shoe, but no ox shoes.
Oh.
And it was an old shoe, worn down, for sure. Definitely old. Roads were rough. Yeah. Just, I tell you, I've got more dust up my Ganges than I should talk about because everything was dusty and dirty. And windy at times too, because you're out in the middle of nowhere. Being in northern Colorado up to Wyoming, what that's like too. When it comes to the wind, holy cow!
Yeah.
So
very cool.
Yeah.
I'll say hello to Brass Medic. How you doing, Mark? Just joined us. I was enjoying his post about his meteorite he went out and found.
Yeah.
When he went out to Ohio, right? And Found the meteorite. Actually found a piece of that thing. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy. So welcome.
I wanted to say real quick, people have, I think Patty had commented about all my finds and things like that. But if you guys aren't following 5280 over on Facebook or Instagram, I wanted to show off a couple things, a couple firsts for me. This is the one I was really proud of. I sent this over to you as well. If anybody knows what we're looking at right here, I've got another one here. Whoop. Sorry about that. I got another one. This is the better one. How about that?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. I've never found one of those. Is that your first one you found?
First one I've ever found.
Yeah.
So I was really excited for this one. What's pretty funny is it was in a burn pile.
Yeah.
And I had stopped and I looked down. I wasn't even swinging my detector. It was sitting right on top of the dirt. I'm not kidding. Sitting right on top. Didn't even beep it.
Jeez. Now, were there mines around here?
Lots of coal mines.
Coal mines.
In southern Colorado. Lots of coal mines. And, it's kind of like you and I visited up in the western mountains. A lot of silver mining towns have popped up all over the place. These coal mining towns are all over. And you'd have, a quote town that was like 20 to 50 houses for the coal mine. And they were gone. They were there like 6 years and then they were gone.
Yeah.
So, they're in and out pretty quick down there. And obviously, just like in the silver mining towns, you have Chinese that come through. They were building railroads. They're working different areas in these pop-up towns, as you're moving west, right? All those different things that we hear about. And you have lots of Chinese immigrants that were involved. They were essential to the westward expansion. Essential.
Yeah.
So, from what I've heard, we find quite a few of these out, in this area. This was the first one I was lucky to find. So very, very happy about that one.
It's on my bucket list for sure.
Yeah.
Just because of the history it represents here in our neck of the woods. I mean, it's I know they were tied to the railroad a lot, and a lot of the railroads that came through, but a lot of the mining camps too, for sure. But
yep,
everyone's nailing it. Chinese cash coin.
Very, very cool. This one dates, I believe, it was 1725 to 1796, I think, or 1735 to 1796.
Yeah,
something like that. So pretty special to me. That's going to make my display, with that being my first.
Are you going to make a little Chinese guy holding it up in your 3D?
Oh, no, I'm not going to do that. That'd be pretty cool, though.
Pretty cool. Big Fu Manchu beard coming up. Shoot.
I got a couple more things I want to. Actually, this is okay. I haven't even posted this on social media yet.
Real quick, Full Metal Digger says, fun fact, all the coal on Earth, the entire Earth, was all formed at the same time, none before and none after. So when you're finding coal, it's all from the same period. Yeah.
A lot of coal mines in southern Colorado, Dave. So cool fact. I've got, so I was going to say, I have not posted this on social media yet, and I wanted to put this out here and see if anybody else has seen it. Now, it's very unique in my brain. It's not old. It's not as old as the things that we're finding, but I just thought it was really interesting. Let me see if this is the one here. So this is, I think it's made out of aluminum, and it's kind of like a pointer, like a hand pointing. You can see that on top of the finger, it says "You pay," and then on the cuff of the shirt, it says "Spin around in Royal Cabs," and it has a phone number, a 4-digit phone number. Either call 8950 or 8951 for this cab piece to get your cab. On the other side of it, let me show you this other side, and this might help you figure out what this is. on the other side of it, it kind of has like a little knob. We'll call it like a small nipple right there in the middle. You see that?
Uh-huh.
And it says,
Oh,
spin to see who pays.
sweet.
So you turn it over on this side. You know, you're at a table at a bar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tim says it's a spinner.
It's a spinner.
So you're at the table at the bar. Everyone's trashed. You pull this out and put it in the middle. This is the way that I foresee this working. And you spin it, and whoever it lands on has to call the cab and pay for everybody to come home.
Sweet. It was like the earliest drinking game type of thing. You got caught
Maybe, like Dave says, you spin at the bar to see who has to paying for the next round.
Right. So I think this was who pays for the cab. I think it was for who pays for the cab.
That's what I thought.
Like, we're all drunk here, so you're paying for the cab because you got us into this mess.
Right.
How cool is that?
So
I was thinking
not as
bottle
old as I
opener.
thought. Yeah, that's what I thought it was at the beginning as well.
Thinking can opener. Yeah.
It's old enough to only have a 4-digit phone number on it,
right?
For that area. But I thought that was a pretty unique piece. I've never seen anything like that. And but again, what's the story? What is it? You got to try to identify the dang thing.
Love relics like that.
We're all standing there going, what in the world is? Oh, it's got writing on it.
Love it.
You pay.
Put that in your collection. Somebody comes over, they would never even look at that twice. But yet it's got this whole story behind it. Yeah, you're like, you know what that is right there? No. Oh, I'm going to bring it to dinner with us, and you'll find out later what that's all about.
That's right.
Let's put it on the table and spin it.
That's right.
In fact, I may want to borrow that from me here sometime pretty soon. We always take all of our kids out to dinner, and it's just like, well, thanks for dinner, Dad. And I'm like, wait.
That's right. Oh, wait. Don't
you
go
guys
anywhere.
Are all older adults.
We're going to take. That's
spin
right.
This finger.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's very unique. Very unique.
I don't think I showed you this. So again, this is going to be the first time out on social media, and I'm going to be doing a pretty detailed video about it. And so I'm not going to tell too much about this site, but I wanted to show you a pretty unique structure that we had access to. Again, this is on private property, and incredible story. I'll give you a little bit of details about it, but this here, in the middle of nowhere, this was a very large structure, actually 2 levels, and this was an old hotel. And
wow,
let me see if I've got, yeah.
Is that the smokestack?
Yes, those are chimneys. Look, there was a chimney in every room. There was 4 rooms. This is what was really cool. It was essentially like 2 structures.
Wow.
On the left side, you had a front room and a back room, and an upper room and a lower, and 2 uppers and 2 lowers. And there was a space probably about 5 feet in between. And then there was another structure to the right, identical looking. Both of them, all the rooms had the big chimney stacks in them. But in the middle, where there wasn't a structure, it was covered. You could actually ride your horse down the middle. This is the story I've been told. You could ride your horse down the middle of it, and then you would exit your horse. You would get off the horse, and then you would enter your room, and then they would take your horse over to the barn area. And your room door was right there in the middle. It was incredible.
Wow.
Incredible. So the stories that I had heard and the research that I'm doing on it right now is really, like Dave says, I'm drooling. I'd spend all day swinging around a place like that. It's really interesting, Dave. I'm going to put together a nice little video about it. If you guys want to, hang tight on 5280 on YouTube, and just to kind of tell the story, because we're losing this location. The weather.
It's just sitting out there baking, and I love, what is it about ruins like that? I love taking pictures of ruins like that too.
I think
like very, very photogenic and very, very good opportunities to get some great photos and stuff. Because that's got so much character right there.
The character of it was insane.
I mean, look at the triangular opening above the door opening.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
I know.
Stepped opening. I know. The front pillars there that you're showing there, that just the smokestack, the fireplace stack.
Yeah.
Have you aged it yet?
Yes. Not as old as I had hoped it would be, but still pretty incredible.
Yeah.
This is the view from one of the rooms. It's actually through the front window looking into the room. You can see the size of that chimney because it was 2 stories. If you go, I think there's like 1 hole, 2 holes up. From the bottom there, you saw that's kind of like they had a pipe going into there as well, like a stove pipe. And then above that, it looks like they would be the second level. And I think they enclosed that second level up, the actual fireplace area. You can see the other hole up top there as well. But I was just looking at my folder that I have pulled up here to show off some pictures. I would say 50% of the pictures that I took, pictures and video, are from this location. So it tells you, like you said, how to try and capture it was pretty incredible.
Yeah. Very cool, man.
So I wanted to share that real quick, just to kind of show you that. And then I think maybe one more thing I'll talk about real quick. Well, maybe 2 real quick. This was my first find of the trip, and this blew my mind. Sticking out of the dirt was a spoon, and it has writing on it, so you start to love that.
Yeah.
Med Department USA.
Sweet.
So definitely government military type issued, or maybe not military, but government issued.
Yeah.
And it was just incredible. So I mean,
Did you find it at that site?
Not at the
hotel site?
No. The hotel was on the last day.
Yeah.
Or else I would have wanted to swing there the whole time.
Right. Right.
This was actually the first day, the first find that I actually had. I actually was beeping a target. I looked over and there's a spoon handle sticking out of the dirt. And I'm like, oh, this is sweet. Made a little video on put it up on Facebook, and it was like, hey, I'm swinging over here, but look what's poking out of the dirt. And I bend down and I'm like, there's writing on it. And from what I could see US on the back of it. I'm like, oh my God, start losing my mind. You know,
anything with US on it out here, you're just
absolutely. Like, yeah. So pull it out. It says it's a medical department USA. I definitely think this was probably World War I. So you're talking about 19 teens, possibly slightly, maybe a little bit older than that. So 1900s. But what a cool looking spoon. I had somebody make a comment on Facebook, and they're like, you need to clean that up and just straighten it and use it again. I was like, that sounds like good to me, because look at the thing's intact.
Yeah, look at that.
You know,
sweet.
So
I never found one with that on it before, so that would be a first.
It's very, very cool.
Yeah, a
little bit of decorative there you can see on it at the bottom. Not a too terribly ornate looking spoon, but
there wasn't
cool
there wasn't a conservation corps camp around there anywhere.
Not that I know of. Nope. I mean, they may have been down there obviously we had some flooding, but I think that was after the fact.
Yeah.
Of the area. I think it was in the 30s. So, yeah.
That's the first thing I was thinking is conservation corps,
right,
maybe, or something, you know.
Well, we've been on that one site.
Yeah.
And for the conservation corps, and on their uniforms, their buttons, because we found a hole.
U.S. Army, yeah.
It says U.S. Army right on the buttons.
Yeah, the conservation corps, but they say U.S. Army buttons.
Right.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. One last thing I want to share real quick, just because I thought it was really cool. Last day, and Davey was in the Facebook chat earlier. He was talking about he had an incredible day. Oh my gosh, you guys are gonna have to watch Hole in the Pocket on YouTube and Facebook, because he documented the entire thing. Davey absolutely massacred us on coins. Massacred us. Pulls out silver, old copper, as well as this one. So this came out of the ground on this side. Hopefully, yep, there we go. Which you and I have said many, many times, love tokens. Love tokens, because they were such an integral part of a specific area, a specific cigar bar, pool hall, brothel, like those kind of different things.
Sure.
So
yeah,
he comes over, shows me this thing right here, good for 5 cents in trade, and then flips it over, and then the research starts.
Well, you sent me an item too that you found that I fell right down the rabbit hole in too. Yeah, that little medallion you found.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fell right down that rabbit hole too. Look at this Woolsey Pharmacy.
Woolsey Pharmacy in Wymore, Nebraska. Now, first thing is what you can figure out right away is where in the world is Wymore, Nebraska? Well, we looked it up. It was 600 miles away from where we were. It's in the southeastern corner, below Omaha, Lincoln, and then Wymore's down in near the bottom.
Huh.
So we started looking things up. I put it on a Nebraska Facebook page, Nebraska metal detecting Facebook page, and nobody in that page could identify Woolsey Pharmacy. One of our good friends, who is near that area, he's up in Kansas, says he pulled. Garrett is amazing. He's almost as good as Ken is in terms of research. He just so much understanding of where to go to find things. He pulled up a newspaper article and said that this pharmacy, he found it in the newspaper, operated from like 1903 to 1906. It was only in operation for 3 years, which makes it even more rare and more cool. I couldn't find anything on the internet. I found one Woolsey Pharmacy not like this one on eBay.
Yeah,
I've never seen any other token like this anywhere on the internet, but he had found it in a newspaper that it only operated for 3 years. So I'm hoping that I can get a hold of some Nebraska peeps out there with their token books and be able to identify exactly how, identify where this was, what it went to, all those kind of different things. But how rare this is, because I have a feeling this is a pretty rare token that we were able to find 600 miles away in southern Colorado on the Santa Fe Trail. So again, what's the story? How in the world did it make its way down the Santa Fe Trail? What stage coach was it on? Who was carrying it? You just go and go and go from these kind of things. So
I thought you were going to tell me, because I hadn't heard this story yet. I thought you were going to tell me, do you know this later became Woolsworth drugstore?
It could be
amazing. Yeah, they shut down that Woolsey Pharmacy and decided to become Woolsworth drugstore.
Right. Let's see. That could be. That could be. Here's a good comment from Brass Medic. Bottle collectors would have far more info on the history of the pharmacy itself.
Oh.
Now, that would be, how cool would it be to find a pharmacy bottle, a medicine bottle with Woolsey Pharmacy on the side of it.
Yeah. Great point. Great point. Who we know bottle digger up in Nebraska is where's what's his bucket at? No, he's up in Iowa. I think he's in Iowa.
I think so.
What's his bucket? We got Robert in Nebraska in our chat, and he'd probably be able to help you out with that. And reach out
Robert, do some research for us.
Yeah, go check that out. Very cool token, and pristinely preserved too. It's really in great shape.
My gosh! Again, came out of the ground, out of that sand, just like it was dropped yesterday. So
yeah.
Tim Ildigger says below the plains.
There you go. Sorry, I was trying to think of his name. His name was. Why can't I think of it? Because I'm getting old. Tom. Sorry, shoot, Tom. Sorry, Tom. Tom Asham. Yeah. I think he's in Iowa. Yeah.
No, he's up in North Dakota.
He's in North Dakota?
Yeah, he's up north. He's on the east side of South Dakota.
Huh.
Because he was up there digging the North Dakota fort. He goes over into Minnesota, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
He's up in that direction.
Yeah, very cool, man. Very cool. Freedom Finders Adventures joining us. Hey, how you doing? Welcome. Good to see you. We've been talking about Tony's trip down there all show. It's been awesome. And I have to live vicariously through these guys because, I'm down right now. And so I just love hearing these stories and seeing these finds.
Robert in Nebraska says, I know a guy in Wymore, but I can't get away from him when he starts talking. Probably don't want to reach out to him then, Robert.
I feel you.
Although if you want to, it really helped me out. I'd appreciate it. No, I told Davey, I said, now you go down the research. The thing that I love about tokens is most of the time you can find out the address of whatever the token came from. I love going to Google Maps and go to the street level and looking and standing in the street, online and looking at where that token came from.
Yeah.
It just blows my mind. My mind. So
yeah, back in Longmont, where I used to live, the town here in Colorado I used to live in before I moved here, on Old Main Street, these buildings that were like really tight together, just stacked side by side by side, but they're only like 20 feet wide and 150 feet long or something. And one of the things used to be a store. When I looked on the old Sanborn fire insurance maps, there's this one store that the guy that worked there later went on to help establish JCPenney. And so that's where that guy got his start. It was right there, that store. So I was always paying attention to that to see if they were ever going to rip it down or do street cut out or something, because I wanted to get in there and just find something from that guy's store before he became JCPenney. Partnered up and did all that work. So,
and I wanted to say real quick, talk about being in the right place at the right time. Davey and I went out to dinner one night. And so we went downtown of this small town that they live near, and we went to this incredible Mexican restaurant, authentic, because you're down south of Colorado and things like that. Anyways, so we park in a parking lot, and we have to walk maybe a block and a half, if that, right? We're walking literally on Main Street. It's called Main Street, so it tells you what kind of town it is. It's small. And all of a sudden, to the left-hand side, where there used to be a brick-laid street, they've tore out the brick all the way down to the old church on the next block over. And so I took a picture, and I'm like, dude, you guys got to go swing this. You could see down as the road is kind of going down to the church, the building that's right there. You're looking at the base of the foundation. They're below, like the street level, where you can see the foundation of this old 1800s building that's sitting there. So yeah, I said, you guys need to go swing that. So keep your eyes open if you're ever out, or have your detector always in your vehicle, because you never know when they're doing construction in these areas. I mean, I think Cindy told us a story. She was up in the mountains, I think in Central City, they were doing a tear out, and she swung that area. She went there after dark. She swung where that tear out was, and you know what she found? A large cent. So I told them they got to go back and swing that road. It was literally the bricks, the rectangle bricks that you make the houses and chimneys out of. That was the road that was there, and they had torn that all up. I don't know if they're going to relay it back down, to try to keep that history. But man, I tell you, it was pretty cool to see that.
Yeah. Very cool. Very, very cool. Hey, you want to play a game?
Yeah, of course I do.
Who wants to play
a good game? Let's see. We have about 41 people here right now.
All right, cool.
This is going to be a good game. I'm glad you guys stuck around to right now. This is going to be fun. Ken messaged me. I'll preface this whole story. Ken messaged me earlier and goes, hey, let's do this tonight for the podcast. I was like, absolutely. This will be a blast.
So I have to warn you, the images you're about ready to see are quite shocking, disgusting, and hope you've eaten already. If not, you may want to turn away from the screen. But
it's not that bad.
We're gonna play a game, and we're gonna call it. What are we calling it?
What's Ken's knee ring up?
Yeah. What numbers is Ken's knee gonna ring up when I metal detect it? Somebody had asked me that. Somebody sent me a private message and said, well, all I want to know is, have you detected it yet? And so here's what it's got in it. It's got some titanium in it. It's got some cobalt, chromium, and molybdenum in it, which is kind of like they call it a COCRMO alloy, kind of an alloy, but and in plastic. So that's what the knee has in it. So what do you guys think it's going to ring up as? Let's sort it.
Oh, this is funny. We got.
Let me know if you don't hear the sound we get going.
Okay, here we go. Recent knee replacement surgery. Don't know what it's going to ring up like. What do you guys think it's going to ring up like? Is it going to be a low number? Is it going to be a high number? Boy, it's going to be interesting to see. I got my Deus 2 turned on. I got my HF2 coil just straight out of the bag. So let's find out. Here we go.
All right, what do you guys think? What's going to ring up as? So remember, your detector is not only going to respond off of, kind of the metal makeup, but also size is going to come into play.
Deus 2.
Deus 2 is in general program, just giving you more information. I will tell you that I have the sensitivity down to about 15 because I don't want to pick up the nails in the floorboard and all that other stuff underneath my wood floor and all that stuff, or the edge of the seat that I'm sitting on. You know what I mean? So I turned it down to 15 sensitivity. I'm going to put it right above the knee, so you don't need to get far away from it. But
we got some guesses.
We got some good guesses. Yeah. Let me see. What do we got? People are saying.
Brandon Bushard said, "I'm guessing 81."
Okay.
Old 41 Relics says 87.
Okay.
Bree says 87. BSO says 79.
Yep.
Man, David Rose says 97.
Yep. Anybody say
Jason
114?
99 on the Deus 2.
Yep.
Tartan Rabbit Relic Hunter says 15. Gonna ring up low. 54. 12.
Wouldn't it be something if I detected it and it didn't give me a report and I'm like, those guys just ripped me off. They charged me how many thousands of dollars to do this darn knee and didn't put one in it. They probably just shaved the bone off a little bit. So there you go, buddy. All right. Well, you wanna see who's the winner?
Yeah, yeah. Press play. Let's see what we got.
Who guessed 82, 83? You would be right.
There you go.
Yeah. Is there any difference if I go up and down? What do you guys think?
There's multiple coins in there.
Yeah, it sounds like there's 2 Roman coins in there.
Sweet.
How much fun is that?
That is. So
Cool.
funny.
I'll take it. At least I know it's in there, right? Let's do this.
This one's funny.
This.
Shit. There goes my trips to the airport.
Yep, you're not getting through now, man.
Dead center.
Oh my gosh.
Shoot. That was fun.
Ohio Relic Hunter says, sounds like a knee buckle to me.
Good old Bill, man. It's got definitely a knee buckle. Although my knee hasn't been buckling lately, so that's very good. Very good. Very good.
That's funny.
We don't have a price for the winner, but we did want to see it. But yeah, 82, 83, right around there. It was popping some 81s. But yeah, I thought it would ring up lower, actually. When I first started, I thought it was going to ring up lower, but I think because of its size, and it's a big chunk of metal, and there's a big device in there, really. It's got stuff underneath that kind of goes into the bone, kind of like the stem. That's made out of, I think, of that cobalt. And then the top pipe piece is a combination of sort of plastic and titanium that kind of ride on each other and stuff. So very funny. I'm going to put that out as a short. Maybe I don't know. I got to throw some narration on the top of it.
That's hilarious. I'm so glad you did that, man. That is so funny.
Yeah, on the D2, rang up as 81, 82, 83, Tom, on the D2. Yeah, that's funny. Well, excellent, man. Shoot, I appreciate you keeping me along on your adventure.
Yeah.
As you've been going out. It's really been fun kind of watching and seeing that. I know on that one medallion you found, I love finds. I love finds like that and like that pointer thing, because you've never seen those things before. You know what I mean? You never heard of those things, and now you're learning all about them. And
right. You go down the research then, and it's just like it's incredible. You want me to pop that?
Yeah.
Up here? Maybe.
If you want, I didn't know if you wanted to share it because you got a video coming out or whatever, but
that's okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Like Tony sent me this thing. I'm sitting in my lounge chair with my leg propped. And I have my computer in front of me that one. Okay.
So it's probably larger than a Morgan dollar.
Yeah.
Solid brass, heavy as heck. And hole in the pocket, he actually found that. Hole in the pocket pulls this out.
Yeah.
And we didn't know what in the world it was because what threw you off first was it's backwards.
Yeah.
That picture is taken in real time, but that is completely backwards. And so what it says, what you're looking at right now, it says at the top, Claude with an E, CLAUDE, Claude Camp, number 12575, and it says Claude, Texas.
Yeah.
But the giveaway on it, right, Ken?
Yeah.
Was the symbol or the picture in the middle of it.
And the letters.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it's definitely a stamp because it's backwards. Teresa's right.
Yeah, it's like a seal, for legal documents. First thing we thought of course, was like a notary stamp, because it was backwards. You start to think about that right away.
Yeah. And so I fell right down the rabbit hole in it and started finding all kinds of information on it, and just there were stories behind it. There was some drama behind it, and what it was used for. Really, really cool story. Really, really cool story.
I've got it pulled up right here.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
And I wanted to throw this up there real quick. Everyone's obviously, trying to help and things like that. Notary stamp, guess it was a stamp because it's reversed, right? It's the first thing you think of.
Yeah.
Robert in Nebraska, the Woodsman of America, WMA, and they've got the crossed axes in the middle there.
Yep.
And it says, what you sent me was the Fraternal Order Modern Woodsman of America, founded in 1883, still exists today. And then you found a newspaper article, which is the interesting part, again, going to newspapers.
Yeah.
This Claude Camp 12572 was actively holding meetings twice a month in Claude, Texas in 1916. This organization provided insurance, investment opportunities, orphan support, financial service, etc. And the early logo has an M at the top, and the later logos has a W at the top. So what we're looking at is the early logo with the M at the top.
Yeah. Yeah, because the early ones started at the top, the modern, then to the left, Woodman, and to the right of America. Then later they just kind of started at the lower left and went MWA with the W on top, Modern Woodsman of America. But here's the thing is also, I don't know if I shared this with you, but the guy that started this in 1883, about 3 years later, got disgruntled with the organization, left and started Woodsman of the World, a rival fraternal order. And I don't know that they're still around today, but Modern Woodsman American are still around to this day, providing the same services that they have. But again, this one dusty little thing found out in the middle. You look at the background, look where they were, middle of nowhere, old rundown house. You find this, you have no idea what it is, but it's got all this writing on it. You do the research, you know it's a stamp, and now you're just like, wow, so cool. Never even heard of this organization.
Right.
I don't travel in those circles. I mean,
With
people that are in forestry. Yeah. I mean, just pretty cool, man.
This same site, this was also out back behind this house. So kind of tells you.
What's this?
Nice car there.
Oh, there you go. Look at that.
Yeah.
Pontiac?
Let's see. I actually took a picture of the VIN. I'm going to look it up here. It is a...
Well, that looks slick, man. I bet you back in the day, that was a slick car.
Yeah, you know what? It just needed a little buff out. It wasn't too bad. It says it's a 47 Mod 56S.
Okay.
No idea what all that means.
All right.
47 Buick.
Lurker Troy says it's a fixer-upper. Sure is.
Yeah. Hey, no low balls. I know what I got here, guys. All right?
Dude, I'll offer you a 6-pack and a free tub. Yeah, what's the PDI on that?
It's kind of scratchy. I'm not going to lie.
Look at that, though. It's got a real low-profile windshield profile to it.
Yeah, very cool looking car.
Very, very cool for its time, I'm sure.
Yeah, but that was out back. I actually found a sales tax token here, too.
Solar powered, obviously, Tim says.
Craigslist special, one owner. You guys are a riot.
But yeah, man, thanks for pulling me along on that hunt. It was really fun.
Yeah, I'm glad.
I love doing research, and so you send me stuff like that. I'm always like, here's what I don't know. Like, you send me something like that, and you're like, look at this. Oh my God, what is it? We don't know what it is. And I'm like, okay, you keep hunting. I'm your man in the chair. I'm just going to be sitting here doing nothing but research on this stuff because I'm just bored out of my mind. And then I'm like, oh, now do I send them all this information, or am I robbing them of doing the research themselves? You know what I mean? I always think that, like, oh man, I don't want to give them too much, like, because I know all you guys enjoy doing your own research too. You know what I mean?
No, I sent it over to you just to give us a little teaser as to what we found, because we're looking at it's an incredible piece, that medallion type of thing, and yeah, it's just like what is it, but you don't want to put in the time because you want to keep swinging.
Yeah. So, now, I originally had put in that it was a medallion when I did some searching and stuff, and they said members would carry medallions around that had that kind of identified them as members. Some of them turned into necklaces. Some of them turned into more than not, they were watch fobs. Okay. And kind of like identified by them and what camp they were from, which was kind of like a lodge number. But that was a stamp, man. So that's actually something even more special. That means it was somebody that maybe it was one of the admins or one of the organizers for Clod Camp, that Clod Camp or something.
The meeting notes or whatever, they pressed it to make it official or something like that. Pretty interesting stuff, though.
Yeah.
A good time. Good time. We got to get you out there pretty soon, though.
Yeah, I'm close, man. I'm getting real close. Like I said, I've been fully released to go back to work next week, and I've been walking around and driving around. So it's good. I'm there. I also actually was reaching, kind of leaning over and stuff. Still got really stiff muscles on my quads right above the kneecap. So I got to just be careful with that, but no more like buckling of the knee, no more. It's very strong, very stable. My range of motion is 0 to 120. So it's exactly where they wanted me to get. They're going to push me further than that, but that's where they wanted me to get.
Nice.
So I'm out of the woods on that. So yeah, things are going good. And I ring up like an 82, 83. So,
I know if you fall down, I'm going to say, God, it sounds like a dime. It's like a dime. Silver dime.
There you go.
No, but I want to hear everybody that's still with us here on the podcast. Who's going out detecting this weekend? I know we're supposed to get a little bit of weather here in Colorado, but I'm sure it's nice everywhere else. Yeah. Who's heading out? If you got any good permissions or encouraging sites that you are heading out to for the first time or something, so let us know, please. I would love to hear about it.
Yeah, who am I following along with this next week? I gotta know. You gotta let me know.
Who are you sending?
Tell me where you're going to be posting your pictures. No, it's been cool, man. I've been doing some research. Been doing some research today. Last night, actually, I did some really good research.
Yeah, you did.
Found some really good, more rabbit holes to go down for potential places, and so things are good for sure.
That's good.
Good show, man. Thanks for doing this with me tonight. I know, seeing everyone pop in here and stuff, and last week was so cool, and we got to thank Nokta again and Bree for an amazing show. Everyone keeps talking about, I keep getting messages. Everyone's been sending me messages too. Thanks a lot. Appreciate you guys popping in and kind of giving me. People are like, hey man, a lot of people identify with it because they're like, hey, I had my done. I mean, look at how many people we named. You talked about Dave Rose earlier. Dave, I hope your knee gets better. Continue healing. I hope they figure all that out. Charlie Harley, continued healing to you. He just got a new knee, and you just got to take care of your knees out there, guys.
Easier said than done. Back, I'll tell you that.
And wrists, and liver. Come on.
There you go, man.
Yeah. Cool, man.
Awesome.
Well, what do you got? We'll go ahead and start getting out of here.
Yeah, let's scoot on out of here. If you guys want to see what I'm up to, like going out detecting on the Santa Fe Trail, follow me over at 5280 Adventures on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all those kind of different things. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to have some good videos coming out from this trip, even about that cool looking hotel. So you guys get to learn a little bit more about that as well. So
can't wait for that.
And that's really about it. Like I said, you and I are probably going to need to get out here pretty soon, and we'll go easy on you. But we'll get you out there.
I went out of focus. I was in my eyes.
You're out of focus there. No, you're out of focus, man.
Well, okay. I'll do it out of focus. What's up with this camera, man? I can't wait to get down in my studio again. This is crazy. And I think I am. I think this weekend I'm moving all this stuff down.
Out of the
You're
going to get out of the woods?
Stairs, I am. I'm going to get out of the woods and back into the studio. These gnats are just absolutely killing me. Gnats are crazy, but cool.
All right, buddy.
Okay. Hey, thanks everyone for joining us. This is Out of Focus Ken. Jeez, what a mess. What's up with this camera? Come on, man. But thanks for joining us tonight, Wednesday night, Relics Radio. Appreciate you guys coming along. Great chats. I always go back the next day and kind of watch there and read the chats more closely. For those of you that are getting out, go get the good stuff, man. Show me, tell me all about it. I want to hear about, the places you've been, the new sites you've seen, the new relics you've discovered, the bucket listers you've found. But have a good time. Be safe out there. Look out for them snakes. Look out for them holes in the ground. Don't be falling into holes. And enjoy yourself among all things. So have a great week. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Thank you so much for listening to Relics Radio. We will see you back here next week for another exciting guest. Until then, get out and dig it all.